Today I have a very special guest with me, a member of one of my London Small YouTubers crew who's come to visit. This is Louise, everybody. Hi. So she has her own channel which is called Pauper to Princess. You should definitely check it out and subscribe. Please. So I put the link to that in the description for you to have a little gander at. So today, because we were thinking, what do we have in common? It's travel.
It's got to be travel.
It's going to be travel. So you've probably seen recently I've done a whole bunch of Doha vlogs and Dubai vlogs and all that kind of stuff. And you've been a fair few places as well, right?
Well, we're going to find out.
We are going to present to you a new and updated version of the travel tag. So enjoy. The first question is, how many countries have we been to? So this is a competition, I guess. I was counting just now because I've kind of forgotten, but I've managed to remember 17 countries.
Ooh.
That may change because I kept thinking of new ones, but at the moment I can remember 17.
Well, I've done 36, which is kind of ridiculous. A couple of them just about count. None of them are like airport stopovers. They're all countries I've been to, but I have included Hong Kong and Macau, which are technically like regions of China, but you know, I think they count. So I'm on 36.
Well, you definitely win there, so I've got a bit of catching up to do, clearly. Pinnacle. What's the next one?
Bear with. Why do you travel?
Why do I travel? Well, I travel because I grew up as an expat kid, essentially.
Aww.
So I always had that inbuilt, I love being abroad kind of thing. And it was always a bit weird to move back to England because it's like, oh, people are all like me here and I don't like it. So I've always been looking for ways to escape, as you've probably noticed or heard in other videos if you've been here before.
Well, I travel, obviously the reasons of like expanding your mind and getting perspective on what you truly need. And all of that is true, even though it's cheesy. When I get home, I always purge all my belongings because I'm like, I don't need 3 hair straighteners, and you suddenly get new perspective. But the real reason I travel is because I love to thrift all over the world. So
interesting.
All the shopping, that's the real reason for me, is to like get clothes that are from all different countries and see the different styles and get like down and dirty in the flea markets with all the local people. Favorite city or country ever?
I kind of have to go back to my old favourite, which is obviously Hong Kong, because that's where I was born. I've been back a few times since I left, and every time I go there, it's just so easy to get around. I love the shopping there, obsessed. Everything about it, it's just my little city, and I just feel at home when I go back, so.
Well, mine, actually, I don't know if it could be much different to Hong Kong, is Gili Air, which is a tiny island in Indonesia. And I went there with my boyfriend earlier in the year, and there's no motorised vehicles.
What?
So there's bicycles and horse and cart, and that's it. And it's so nice. Like, it's obviously white paradise, and there's wild turtles just like swimming, no big deal. But the main thing was that it was so like beautifully peaceful and untouched, and already they're building massive hotels and it's not going to last, blah blah blah, such a shame. But if you can go, it's my favourite place in the whole world. I can't wait to go back. Your biggest disaster?
Okay, to be honest, it's like a near miss disaster because it could have been really bad. But essentially, in my videos, you would notice that I went to Las Vegas like a little while ago as part of a trip to do with work. And obviously it was fantastic and it was wonderful. But on the very last day at 5 a.m. on the morning we were moving out, I got a call to my hotel room. Ended up being a hoax call. But it was someone pretending to be from the front desk. I'd been out until 3 a.m. I didn't know what time it was at 5. I'd had 2 hours sleep, so I was really disoriented. So when they asked me for my credit card details, I gave it to them.
They called you at 5 a.m.
They called me at 5 a.m. for my credit card details, saying, we've lost your credit card details on file, we need it. And so I gave it to them and I hung up the phone, I went onto my pillow, and then I went, oh my god. So immediately called front desk, said, did anyone call? They said no, and so I was like up transferring money like a mad woman.
That's not that I want to do it, but that's a great con. Like 5
As cons
a.m.
go, I rate
People are gonna just go with the flow. Like 5 a.m. you just want them to go away. Like
disoriented, been out Vegas partying all night, really don't know what's going on.
Well, mine's similarly like disaster turned good. I guess we're optimists. On the way home from India, on my gap year, like, I was only like 18 years old, like quite out of my depth, and I missed my flight home. I had a connecting flight and the Indian transfer bus took forever, you know how it is. And it was Valentine's Day and I was like, I just want to go home. but they booked me on a flight for 24 hours time, and they were like, you can just sleep on this bench. But some air hostesses came and like befriended me and took me to their home in Bangalore, and we went to the beach and had this like amazing day out with all these like fresh coconuts, and it actually ended up being like one of the best days of my holiday because I was with these like local people. Most remarkable experience abroad.
So when I was having a think about this, I thought of one. And I've kind of got two, so
okay,
I don't really know.
I'll do two as well.
Okay, good. One was fairly recently at Playlist Live. Again, I've got vlogs of that as well. But we somehow managed to get special wristbands, and it got us to the Playlist Live event at Universal Studios when they closed it for everybody, apart from like 300, 500 YouTubers.
Wow.
So I was with the big YouTubers at Playlist Live going all the rides at Universal Studios with no like queues or anything. It was amazing. It's such an amazing experience. But at the same time, I feel that's a bit of a cop-out to use YouTube. So like thinking about travel-wise, my best experience was probably when I was in Australia and I took the GAN train from Adelaide up to Alice Springs. And it was like a 24-hour overnight train, sitting in the lounge. I was with my dad, again, also on a vlog. And it was such an incredible experience, just wide open space. It was a really good quality time with family, but at the same time, you're like, you know, I'm really abroad.
We went to the Twin Towers back in the day, and obviously we didn't know it was a big deal, so like we stood on top of the Twin Towers as a family. I was only, I guess, about like 8 years old. We've got all these pictures of us like on the Twin Towers, and we didn't know it was going to be such a big deal. So if you're looking for something remarkable, then I guess that's definitely one. On the opposite end of the scale, a totally ridiculous, stupid, small thing is in Thailand. I live in Chiang Mai a lot of the time, and there's a robot restaurant where you're served by robots. And the robots are massive, and they're in this like kind of Thai warrior outfit, and they dance to Gangnam Style pretty much on repeat. So they're going like this, doing
Not
that.
even Thai music, they go for Korean music.
Yeah, so funny. And actually the food is really good as well. So I'd recommend the robot restaurant if you ever go to Chiang Mai. I've actually just done a blog post about best spots in Chiang Mai, and it's my like #1 spot.
Okay, no, I understand. I'm fully supportive of that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let us know the answers to our questions below in the comments so that we can find out about your travel experiences. On her channel, we've continued the travel tag for the other 5 questions that are available, so definitely go and check that out. Super important. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again soon.
Bye! That was some good coordinated jazz hands.
I know, right? I have a friend who has like a really big head, so we actually like measure how far we need to have the same thing. She's like, I'm so subconscious about my head. It's like, right, well, I'll go here and you go there.